What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing fine, and welcome to this new episode of Freestyle Paragliding Stories. Today, we're not talking about acro technique or whatever. Today, it's gonna be you and me in my van doing questions and answer. So let's get started. The idea of today's video is to speak in a more chill way about acro paragliding, about my season, about what you wanted to ask to me, and have this kind of very familiar interaction. It's gonna be a long video, and so to prevent any critic from that, I would advise you just to put the video somewhere and just listen to it, as the image will not be so interesting. I will stay here in this bench during a long moment. So if you are doing something else aside and you want to do something else, I would advise you to just do that and just let the video as a background. So that being said, let's go for the first question. First question is, what's your favorite color? My favorite color is blue. The next question is, what advice do you give to young acro pilot looking for sponsorship deals? I would say train a lot first, and while training try to develop a certain image on social medias and stuff, and try to learn also how to make videos and how to edit them. This will give you skills with which after you can go to a brand and start to ask something. But first, and there is a big misconceptions about acro, is that it's a very small world, and even us as acro pilot, we don't really interest brands because we have so small communities and stuff, so it's not really an advantage. When you want to be sponsored, you have to be an athlete with a community to which the brand can sell the products. So I would say first focus on how to be better in acro and how to progress and how to improve, and train a lot to reach a certain level. And aside to that, and that's also what I did, is aside to that, try to learn, how to film, how to edit. Videos are, in my opinion, a very good way to learn how to marketing yourself on social medias and stuff. Okay, next question. This one is an interesting one. Are you ever scared when flying? And if so, what was the latest situation that frightened you? I think when you have a working brain, I would say you are always scared, especially when you go on new maneuvers and you have to do something you never did. But at some point you get used to the feeling of managing this fear, and then after it goes more or less by itself. It's you will go on something you don't know, and you feel the fear. But the fear is there, and you just deal with it, and then you start the maneuver, and then it passes because you focus on the trick. So after the feeling of fear is disappearing. The latest situation that really frightened me was this summer in Didamskov when I was with Lucas and Luke. It was the morning just before going to Acromax. I was finishing the trim of the new line set, and then I did one stall to infinite to check if it was working, and I felt really the wing just shoot and came back super fast to me. And at this moment I have to say, after falling into the wing, I was really falling like a stone, and then when I threw the rescue opened quite fast, and so I get a bit hurt about the stop, the way the Rogado stopped me. And then I had to manage also to land with only one brake, because when you are under Rogalo, it's always a bit complicated to pilot it if you are like twisted. Or so I was like one handle in my hand and trying to pilot the Rogalo, and I landed like just next to a road. And this actually blocked me quite a long time. It took me like maybe 3 months to feel good in Stall to Infinite again. So yeah. Next question. Comment est votre blanquette? Eh bien, ma foi, elle est bonne. Next question. How paragliding changed your life? Paragliding changed my life in every way. I would say before paragliding, I was doing a lot of mountain stuff like alpinism and ski mountaineering, and yeah, I was always in the mountains. And then when I arrived to Annecy, I met good friends with which I learned paragliding. And at the beginning, it was just a way to keep going on the mountains and just fly down, to save my knees. But then the more I was doing it, the more I was interested about doing Acro. And then when I started Acro, it became what I wanted to do for my life. And so it changed a lot, because Acro paragliding is probably one of the sport you learn the most about yourself. And there is a lot of aspects in acro paragliding which are very, very interesting for me. There is the dancing aspect with all the aesthetic and the choreo and everything. Like, you look for, the beauty of the movement and the way to connect them together. And on the other hand, there is like this feeling of freedom, of course, like being in the air and like moving in 3 dimensions. And there is also all these moments shared with the others and with my friends, which are now like my family, and it changed my life a lot. Also, now I don't even imagine doing something else. I think I feel happier now than I was feeling before, because it's like I found my way. Next question. When is that next epic paragliding movie will come out? That's a very good question. Actually, I have one project in mind, which I will not speak too much about it, because it's still like in the making and I have to really like build something. But yeah, because this season was a bit complicated, I didn't do so much video, and I want to come back with something good. It's not gonna be about acro paragliding, but there will be paragliding inside. Next question is, what influenced me in my life to do acro? Friends. Next question. Are you happy? No, but not because I'm sad, but I think it's more about the mood you're in at the moment than really like stable state of happiness. I would say no, because in my opinion, happiness is something you reach along the way, but it takes time, and there is always ups and downs. And right now, I feel like joyful, I would say. But in my opinion, saying that I am happy would be saying that I reached the happiness level. And right now, it's more like finding the right balance in my life to have everything working well and feel quiet. Next question. When did you start acro? At which age? Really late. I started acro, I was probably 23, middle of 2016, and we are in 2021, so it was like 5 years ago. Next question. Should I learn Infinity before learning the Cork? No. Clearly not. Actually, in my opinion, there is no real order to learn like Cork or Infinity, because maneuvers are really different. But learning Infinity will not help you so much to learn Cork, because it's a negative maneuver, and learning Cork won't really help you to learn Infinity, as it is a dynamic maneuver. So I would say they are like really different maneuvers, and there is no reason to start one first than the other. Next question. What's your Foot size. Uh, my foot size or shoe size is 41. How to get started in Acro. I live in Switzerland. I am 16 and I just did my license. Yeah, there is, in my opinion, right now there is one good way to learn Acro is Rise Paragliding. I'm not sponsored by Rise Paragliding, but I would say if I have to recommend a school and a paragliding school, I will recommend Rise Paragliding. You can contact them. I will probably put the link in the description for those which can be interested. You can find them on Instagram. Next question. How do you earn money for your life? Only competition, not making your budget. To be honest, competition are making nobody's budget. Yeah, I actually earn money in 3 different ways. First, I'm working in winter season here in Chamonix in a ski shop. Second, I'm still doing a bit of video for people. And then I'm also the Swiss project talent coach. This is also paying a bit of the season. What do you think about Acro overground? Acro overground is, in my opinion, almost necessary. I mean, or maybe you live above a lake and you have the chance to train only above the lake, but the best places in the world to train Acro are above ground. And I think with good equipment, a good knowledge and a bit of care, Acro overground is not that dangerous. You just have to choose the right box. Another good question. Was it really the worst Organia season ever? For me, yes, but not because the season was bad, just because I was really in a bad mood and not super motivated. But I would say this season in Organia was complicated. Conditions were pretty bad, and it was the same for everyone. And also now we are flying small gliders, small acro gliders. With the 14s, it's more difficult to climb up. So even with weak conditions, before, if you had a 17, you would have climbed. But now with a 14, you need like powerful days. Next question. When are you coming to the USA to visit? If you pay the plane ticket, I would come straight away. Next question is how you see paragliding in 20 years. I think I see it everywhere. Next question is why the socks? That's a very good question, Theo, because I like socks. I like to wear fancy socks. It's part of my marketing identity, and yeah, that's why. And I will keep going that way with more and more fancy every year. Next question. The next question is, do you plan on doing live acro coaching or are you sticking to the motivation tips online approach? Of course, I'm really thinking about developing coaching in a more live way, so taking groups and going to Oludenis or to Lake Garda to work with my approach and my way of thinking. On that way, I really want to work on making pilots more autonomous and making them able to read their own videos and read the others and develop this way of progressing, which we actually did during our progression in Acro. And I went to one SIV, but then after I never needed SIV anymore. I went to Organia, I was with a good group, and this group taught me a lot of stuff, and I also learned on my own, and I learned from videos, and my progression was fast because I was autonomous in the progression and I understood more things than if I was like just on the radio with someone. So yeah, this is of course in the making. I don't have any dates yet, but this is something I really think about. So if you are interested, you can put this in a comment. But I will also keep going on video coaching and video tips because I think it's also nice to make some knowledge free and coaching in real life For me, it's a bit different. In video, I just give tips like this and I explain a bit, but I don't go really deep into it. In real life coaching, I can go like really deep, and I can also work on motivational aspects of acro paragliding in general. Next question. I have one question. My weight is 75 kilos and I'm flying a wing with a weight range between 85 and 110. Is that... And the question is stopping there. So bro, I'm sorry for you, but I cannot answer that question because it's not finished. Next time I'll try to finish the sentence before sending it, so I will be able to answer it completely. Next question is, how do you fight a fear after crash? To be honest, for me is the faster you go back on the horse, the best it is for you, because the longer you wait to fly again, and sometimes it can let too much space to the trauma, and this trauma after the crash can take too much space and take so much space that you don't have space for yourself and for your brain to react normally after that. Don't rush yourself, but don't hesitate to go back on a horse. What you should avoid is losing confidence. It's just being aware that an accident is a one-time thing. It doesn't mean that you're bad. It doesn't mean that you are like taking too much risk. It's just a one-time thing. Of course, if the same thing happens over and over, of course, yes, maybe you should think more. But if it's a one-time thing, just read it as rationally as you can. Take all the lessons you can take from it and go back on the horse, because the best way to learn again how to ride the horse is riding the horse. Another question. What were you into before paragliding? Before paragliding, I was doing trail running. That was the first sport I was practicing in competition, because I come from a trail running family. So yeah, I was living in a mountain. So for me, like, trail running was natural. And I did trail running and then skiing and then a bit of alpinism and climbing. And then I discovered paragliding. But I also studied psychology for 3 years. It was very interesting and still is. I try to bring all the thing I learned past in the days, in sports and the studies, put it together now in my actual practice of paragliding, and that's very nice. Another question: which is your favorite question of the day? My favorite question of the day is yours, bro. Your question is the best. And the last but not least, what is the best wing to start learning acro on? And this, I will repeat it over and over. The best wing to start acro is an ENB, a low ENB. Probably the wing you already have if you are just starting acro paragliding. Most of the ENB now are doing perfect acro tricks in a very safe way. Forget about freestyle wings. I have actually a video about that. Forget about freestyle wings. Forget about acro wings first. Just go on your random ENB. Train as much as you can under it. Helicopters, Misty heli, heli to sat, basics. And most of the ENB now are, able to do all those tricks. So yeah, you can start with your ENB, and then as soon as you feel really comfortable and you feel that you have those tricks and you master them and you can like stay super long in helicopter and you don't fuck up any helicopter anymore, then it's maybe time to change for an acro wing, and big size acro wing, but still. But before that, ENB is the best. And so far in the market right now, there is the BGD Epic, which I really recommend because it's the best ENB to start acro, the safest. I saw many pilots starting with the Epic, and it's great. It's really a great wing. So that was it for today's question and answers. I really enjoyed doing that. It was fun. I mean, it's a better interaction. Probably have like some more stuff to say because yeah, I have like some ideas in mind. Probably this winter, maybe at the end of the season, of the winter season, I will start to do lives on Twitch, so live streaming on my Twitch channel, which I will put the link just under this video in the description. And we'll start to do lives. And this summer, at the beginning of the summer of the like training season, I will start to do live streaming in the air, because I really like the idea, and I think, yeah, we're gonna be in 2022. Twitch is one of the best platforms to interact with the community, and I think, yeah, I would really love it. So that's one of the first things, and yeah, I'm probably getting back on filming and doing some more videos, and this winter some tips and maybe some random video about, I don't know, flying in general. Maybe some watches again. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, I feel the motivation to do videos again. I really thank you for being there. I really thank you for supporting me, and you are a very great community, and I really love you all. I hope you enjoyed this very different format of video. It was long, and I hope it wasn't too long, but yeah, I didn't want to watch the time. Just like being here with you and chatting a bit about life and about acro paragliding. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please, of course, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and yeah, fly safe and see you next time.